Folks, before we start, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notify button for new content that I upload weekly. Thank you. Now, I've heard of an amazing restaurant rewarded by Michelin with an elusive 3-star status, but it is located behind a grocery store. So you can imagine my excitement when I managed to score a primetime dinner reservation spot here at Chef's Table at Brooklyn Fair. Now, I really wanted to taste the food prepared by a Venezuelan-born chef using Japanese ingredients the French way. Now, that's certainly an interesting combination for sure. Founded in Brooklyn in 2009 and at the helm of Chef Cesar Ramirez, Chef Table at Brooklyn Fair relocated to Manhattan in 2016 near the Hudson Square area. It's still located behind a grocery store named Brooklyn Fair, of course. Now, the bar counter seats up to 18 guests, but for COVID reasons, only 8 guests were seated when I was there. It's an open kitchen format with Chef Ramirez and his staff interacting with their guests over the course of the meal. Now, the service was definitely exceptional. The meal started with 2 little bites to whet our appetite. Both were supposed to be eaten in one bite. So first one is tuna in a crispy shell, which was tasty. Second one is raw scallop sitting on top of a crispy rice roll with nori, which is equally tasty as well. Now, I usually find caviar too salty for my liking, but Chef Ramirez and his team prepared this perfectly. Heavenly on every bite and not too salty at all. Now, I have to say the next dish was wow. Sea urchin or uni from Hokkaido with black truffle encased in an aspic jelly sitting on the Texas toe. The texture was just perfect, not to mention the taste. A Japanese mackerel following the sea urchin dish, while tasty, was a bit of a letdown, I have to say, because the previous 2 dishes were just too delicious and innovative. Now, being an alumni of Boulé, Chef Ramirez's idea of this dish was perhaps an inspiration of Boulé's popular flan. It was good. Now, in terms of fish dish, Chef Ramirez and his team had really proven their culinary prowess with this sea bream dish topped with Cuttle fish. The fish was cooked to perfection with the Cuttle fish on top of it. It's just a really great combination. Now, the next few courses took a detour from seafood, and leading the pack was the Scallop from Pennsylvania cooked with leeks, which was perfect. Meat was soft and not gamey at all. Now, I don't eat beef, so I had to give this Wagyu beef dish a pass, but I heard this was actually one of the best Wagyu beef ever served. Instead, I got this Halibut dish, which was good, but I probably saved the restaurant quite a bit of money by passing up on the Wagyu beef dish. The palate cleanser making up of a yuzu sorbet was actually so refreshing, they actually cleaned it up, and as a result, my palate was thoroughly cleansed as well. The first dessert dish was this frozen souffle, which is probably sacrilegious in classic French dessert making, but hey, it was really tasty. But the star of the dessert dishes served has got to be this milk cake with a black tea flavor. It's so soft and light and heavenly. The sweet bites before they stuck you with a check were really delicate and delicious too. You can tell everything they make here, they put such attention to it. Walking out of the beautiful dining room straight into the grocery store is perhaps a jolt back to reality, but also offers you a chance to pick up a prepared meal like sushi if you're still hungry from your tasting menu dinner. But rest assured, the amazing dishes that Chef Ramirez and his team prepare for you if you dine here will not leave you hungry at all. In fact, it will leave you very satisfied, like how I felt.